Imagine discovering that the key to a more fulfilling life isn't buried in the latest gadgets or endless shopping sprees, but in the simple, forgotten wisdom of past generations, wisdom that's now being repackaged as the height of cool. Minimalism has exploded onto the scene, evoking images of sleek, serene spaces and curated lifestyles that promise peace amid chaos. Scroll through Instagram or Pinterest, and you'll find influencers showcasing clutter-free rooms in neutral palettes, streamlined outfits that mix and match effortlessly, and leisurely routines featuring artisanal coffees in sun-drenched corners. But hold on, many of these so-called innovative tips aren't groundbreaking inventions. They are echoes of the everyday practices baby boomers adopted out of necessity, minus the filters and viral challenges. Long before minimalism hit the self-help shelves, it was simply known as smart living or making ends meet. While today's version often emphasizes mindset shifts and visual appeal, for boomers, these choices were rooted in practicality and resilience during tougher economic times. And this is the part most people miss. What we admire as trendy now was once just survival strategy. Let's explore 8 cost-saving habits from the boomer era that Gen Z is rebranding as minimalist magic, and see how they might inspire us to rethink our own routines. 1. They invested in items built for the long haul. Think back to those stories about your grandma's vacuum cleaner that chugged along for decades without a hitch. It wasn't stubbornness against new tech. It was a deliberate choice to select products engineered for endurance and to maintain them diligently. In the boomer years, when consumerism wasn't as aggressive, people prioritized longevity over fleeting fads. They'd save up for robust sofas that withstood family life, durable boots made from genuine materials, and reliable pots that heated evenly for years. This wasn't about curating a forever wardrobe for style points. It was about avoiding the financial drain of constant replacements for flimsy goods. These days, we label this approach quality over quantity, a cornerstone of mindful spending. But back then, it was plain old common sense that kept budgets in check. It's intriguing how we've looped back to this idea in our throwaway culture, yearning for the reliability of items that endure. For me, this hit home with my favorite pair of hiking boots. They were pricey up front, but after countless trails and proper care, they've outlasted several cheaper pairs, saving me money and hassle. Each scuff is a badge of adventure, proving that thoughtful selection trumps impulse buys. But here's where it gets controversial. Is buying high quality really accessible to everyone, or does it just widen the gap for those who can't afford the initial outlay? True minimalism should be inclusive, right? Perhaps the essence of this mindset lies in picking possessions you'll cherish enough to watch them evolve with you over time. 2. They prepared most meals in their own kitchens. For boomers, dining out was reserved for special occasions, like celebrations or date nights, not an everyday indulgence. Family meals were crafted from scratch in the home, drawing from basic staples rather than relying on delivery services. Now, we've glamorized this routine with terms like mindful meal planning, bulk cooking sessions, or purposeful nutrition. Social media makes it seem effortless with quick recipe reels, but boomers embodied it quietly, without seeking likes or shares. Beyond the savings, and they were substantial, this practice honed culinary expertise, fostered family bonds, and created lasting traditions around the table. As a kid, I watched my dad whip up hearty stews from whatever veggies were on hand, feeding us all without breaking the bank. Now, with my background in recipe development, I see how it cultivates creativity and adaptability. You learn to improvise, reducing waste and boosting confidence in the kitchen. There's an inherent awareness here too. Full control over ingredients means healthier choices, less food tossed out, and more meaningful moments. While minimalism preaches deliberate intake, boomers demonstrated it nightly, turning necessity into nourishment. 3. They mended belongings rather than discarding them. Picture this: in a world of planned obsolescence, choosing to repair feels almost revolutionary. Boomers kept toolkits stocked with needles, adhesives, and basic hardware at the ready. A tear in your shirt? Stitch it up. A loose table leg. Secure it. A faulty radio. Diagnose and fix before the trash bin. In our era, patching up clothes or refurbishing gadgets earns praise as eco-friendly practices. Online communities thrive on DIY transformations and thrifting makeovers, yet for boomers, this was unremarkable routine. It went deeper than frugality. It reflected appreciation for hard-earned possessions, the labor behind them, and a subtle nod to environmental stewardship, even if they didn't use those words. I experienced this firsthand with a beloved lamp that flickered out. Instead of rushing to replace it, I followed an online guide, swapped a wire, and voila, it glowed again. That small success showed me how often we undervalue what's salvageable, and how repair fosters a sense of accomplishment. Repairing isn't mere sentimentality, it's active presence, extending the life of what we have. And this is the part most people miss. Does embracing fixes challenge the big corporations profiting from disposability? 4. They repurposed items in creative ways. If you've ever peeked into an older relative's cabinet and spotted neatly stacked grocery bags or repurposed condiment containers, you've witnessed early eco-savvy in action. Boomers excelled at second chances for household goods well before reduce, reuse, recycle campaigns took hold. Tupperware alternatives from yogurt tubs, nail storage in old cans, spice holders from recycled bottles, these were everyday ingenuity. It stemmed from thriftiness, not a green agenda, though the benefits aligned perfectly. Today, we amp it up with phrases like low-waste lifestyles or circular minimalism, but the core idea persists, transforming waste into utility. I've gotten into collecting glass containers for fermenting veggies or storing grains. What started as a minor tweak has cut down on plastic purchases dramatically, and there's a quiet thrill in it. It shifts your perspective, highlighting abundance in the ordinary. Repurposing grounds us, sinking with a pace that honors cleverness over accumulation. But could this habit clash with modern convenience culture, making us question if easy is always worth the cost? 5. They relied on community sharing over solo purchases. Long before apps turned borrowing into a gig economy, it was simply how neighbors supported one another. Boomers swapped tools, shared recipes, exchanged reads, and offered mutual aid. Need a drill for a one-off job? Ask the guy next door instead of hitting the store. Fast forward, and platforms for renting gear or outfits are hailed as cutting edge, but they are essentially tech-enabled versions of old-school camaraderie. This approach imparts a lesson minimalism sometimes overlooks. Joy doesn't demand possession, access suffices. On a recent vacation, I loaned a buddy's drone rather than splurging on my own. The savings were nice, but the real win was realizing how attachments to mine can limit us. Shared experiences thrive on collaboration, not ownership. For boomers, this was straightforward wisdom, not a lifestyle label. 6. They cultivated their own produce. Gardening for boomers wasn't a weekend pastime, it was a reliable source of savings and self-sufficiency. A modest patch of veggies or windowsill herbs provided fresh picks without the markup, offering superior taste and a sense of achievement that store-bought couldn't rival. Contemporary spins include city foraging, direct-from-source eating, or green thumb minimalism. From rooftop greens to community plots, the goal remains, closer ties to your sustenance. My grandma's rosemary bush was legendary, she'd clip it for roasts, claiming it elevated everything. I rolled my eyes as a teen, but trying it myself revealed the truth, not just in taste, but in the fulfillment of growing your own. Nurturing food sources encourages patience and purpose, forging a profound connection to nature. If that's not the soul of minimalism, what is? 7. They hosted gatherings with ease and heart. In an age without infinite entertainment options, boomers crafted their own simple joys. Casual suppers where guests contributed sides, game nights with laughter, or grill-outs under the stars, these focused on relationships, not lavish displays or viral setups. We are circling back with concepts like unhurried paces,